think it was Taylor I saw online, first of all, that attracted me. And I think for myself, and I'm speaking for everyone now, but TED is such an incredible and an important platform. And it's been a dream of mine and a goal, bucket list thing my entire life to do a TED talk. So when I saw him online talking about a curriculum or a course or a platform where I could be assisted through the process and know how to go about applying, I obviously instantaneously delved deeper. And as I did and as I went, it just sounded better and better. So I couldn't resist and I had to come on board. And then the onboarding process was incredible. So I spoke to, I think, 2 different people. The first person I spoke to had a chat to me and asked me a lot of different questions. And that was interesting. I thought maybe I'm going to fail. Maybe I'm going to not be, the one or eligible, but I was just myself. I told him how I felt and what I was about and what I was thinking. He was beautiful. So then he forwarded me on to another beautiful lady who spoke to me for a long time. And she was absolutely gorgeous. And at the end of the conversation, I burst into tears, happy tears. She told me I was able to move forward and join LEADR. So that was a huge moment for me. I think the realization that I could actually be looked after and nurtured through the process, because nobody knows what to do or how to go about it. Everyone knows this incredible end result, but nobody knows the journey. And I think that when I've spoken to people and I've told them what I'm about to do, they're fascinated, absolutely fascinated. What did you do? What did you have to do? Tell me about the process and how does it all work? So I was one of those people. So now I'm on that other end. Super exciting, super exciting. The highlights have been, first of all, a lot of the videos are incredible, just incredible. And they're done in such a way that anyone can understand them. And with the whiteboards and with the drawings and with the support of all the different tools, I think it's made the process for someone like myself. I'm a visual learner, by the way, and that doesn't make any difference here because obviously you can be any type of learner. But for me, being able to visually see and big key thing, do it in my own time. So when I've got the downtime, when I've got the time to be quiet and I'm focused and I want to focus in and do it, I'm not having to fit in to a particular time slot that's coming up. I can do it at my own pace in my own time. So that's been a huge one. In the courses, I don't know that people realise this, but you get to speak to the CEO basically of a big company. And you don't really get to do that nowadays. You might, and you can, but I think that LEADR makes itself available to everyone. And I think that openness to be able to speak to the top people in the organisation who are not just making the decisions, but who have the greatest knowledge and experience to pass on is absolutely invaluable. And it makes us feel so incredibly important as individuals that we are able to speak to the leaders in the organisation. I think that's been massive. So, and not just speak to you as a one-on-one, but you're actually conducting courses in real time. As you know, I did one at 1 a.m. in the morning here in Australia, and I was so motivated. I think I told you by the time it was 6:30, I was buzzing. I'd had all these coffees, and I ended up doing wrote my talk by about 1 p.m. here this day. I just went all the way through. It motivated, it just blew my mind. So that was incredible. But I think that the biggest thing for me is when I was working through the process that you've given us, or the curriculum, whatever you want to call it, and they're all different, when a lot of it looks like it's repetitive, but in actual fact, it's not. And I know that now. So after doing it, and I'm seeing these things and I'm thinking, oh, but isn't that the same question? And then as I'm working harder and deeper, I'm going, oh no, it's not the same question. It's a totally different question. So working through that, it's sort of made my brain work very differently and understand that there's different processes. And in those processes and in doing the sequencing as you've organised it within the program, that was when, because I thought I had my talk, and then it changed, and then it sort of changed a third time. It was like, oh, okay, it needs to be this, and yes, I can do this around this. And then it was massive. It was like, I wrote to you, didn't I? I said, I've had this epiphany, and all of a sudden the pennies dropped, and this aha moment, and I've got this incredible course or tool or process that I actually did myself to get where I was, to create what I've created, that I can give back. And it was like, bam, that's it. That's it. And my husband, I read it to my husband, and he was over the moon. And I said, do you think you really? And he said, Nick, you've done it. You've done it. So when I sent it to you and I got that feedback from you, and again, the feedback from yourself wasn't great job, good work, keep going. It was, I'm so excited for you. Yes, that's it. This is what it's all about. Now, those words may seem small, but they're not, because those words from yourselves at the top of the organisation, they spoke volumes. I've got goosebumps as I speak. And that was when I knew I was on the path, and I got it. I got it.